Um, I don't like how JR added this broad to the end of the show. This is
Mm,
supposed to be the meat of the show, right? The best
mhm,
part of the damn show. And you got
mhm.
this dumbass broad up here talking about this stupid shit on the show. And then is a pastor, apparently, I don't know who the dude is, sitting across from her, staring at her like an idiot, like he ain't got nothing to say. And she's up here babbling about this dumb shit. And for us to actually be on this show and making this the main part of the show, uh yeah, I don't like that. So I don't know what JR was talking about. And because of that, I'm going to protest and get the hell out of here. So I'll talk to y'all later. Like, do not have this dumbass broad on talking about dumbass shit on this show, because the more we put her out there like she's smart, the more she's going to look smart. Like, get this dumb broad out of here and let's talk about some community shit. We're talking about a nuclear family perspective, and you got this broad up here. Oh hell no! I'll talk to y'all later.
So why don't you just give your perspective on the nuclear
I don't
family?
want to, because I don't want to give it any energy, because the this whole thing is stupid. We're talking about a nuclear family perspective, and you got this broad up here. No, I'm out. Fuck that.
Okay, Lady Di, what you got?
Oh man, I have a lot of opinions on what he said and Princella, but just to answer the question or to talk about what she's saying, um, what she's trying to do is she's basically saying that the way how men are designed, she just doesn't like it, right? And she doesn't like how men and women are supposed to make it, make it one and make it work. Because obviously, men and women are different, but that's the point. Men, women, so it's two different people. I don't know why she wants it to be the same. So I know she is in a relationship with a woman right now. So I understand that she, has a different outlook. But at the same time, you can't change what people or how people are designed to be. Just like with her, she's naturally a lady. So, her thoughts are going to be different. The way how she is now is not how she was back in the day. And I'm talking about how she changed. She was married before. She was with a man. And it seems like she had trauma in her marriage. And now all men ain't shit, right? It seems like she's talking about a specific man. She's saying what she mentioned was men and women shouldn't be together because women are holding all the strains, right? She's talking about the cooking and the cleaning. Cooking and cleaning is simple shit. Okay, you have to eat and you got to be clean to stay healthy. So the fact that she's complaining about women complaining that they have to do it every fucking day, to me is stupid, because you have to do it every day. Now, every marriage is different, because there are married couples where I see men cooking and cleaning and women are not, and they both are working. So it depends on your marriage. It depends on what you want out of it. I know women who don't want to work at all. They want to be a housewife. So that's what they go ahead and do. And there's men who, like I said, they like to cook. So they're cooks, right? So it depends on what you want. So if you want that housewife life, you get a man who got money to provide for that. If you don't want that type of life, right? And the stuff that she's talking about, because she don't believe women should be in those spaces cooking and cleaning and doing homework and all the stuff that the household needs, then she obviously shouldn't pick a man like that. There are men out here that don't want that life either. They want their woman to go and work. They are going to help 50-50 with everything. So you go ahead and pick a man that's going to help you pick out the next nicest vacation, pick out all of these things that you want these men to start doing that you say they naturally can't do. Men can naturally do that if they choose to. But she has to understand that everybody has their own life and they want to choose it the best way that fits their lifestyle. And a lot of people are basing it off of Bible principles. So Bible principles usually is man is working, woman is not. Men are the providers, woman's the nurturer. Why? Because naturally women are nurturers. Naturally men are masculine, so they do dangerous things. When they leave the house, it's dangerous. They have to go ahead and risk their life to provide. So to change that whole dynamic is not natural. So I understand what she's trying to do. I understand why she doesn't like it. It's just a bad taste that she had, and she wants all people to be like this. She wants to change the world, right? And that type of community, she just wants to change it. I don't want this. I don't like this. People are getting divorced. People are cheating on each other. All of this stuff. So don't get married. Don't be with no man, but you be with a lady and you're going to have the same problems. So it seems like at the end of it, she might stay with the person she's with for a little bit. But at the end, I think she just wants to be by herself. And she wants to eventually just date whoever she wants, whenever she wants, and just live that lifestyle of not even having any companionship. Because I don't think being with a lady is going to give you that. I think you being by yourself is going to give you what you want. And I think she's trying to change that and make that the nuclear, and it won't be a family. It'll just be a community. That's what she said, right? She don't want men, women to be together. She don't want women and a lady and a lady to be together. She's just doing it because it's something to do. But at the end of the day, she's going to want to be by herself. Everybody be by themselves. Still have children to keep the world populating. But be by yourself, live by yourself, and just have that single lifestyle for the rest of the life. That's what I see. And that's not going to work.
Yeah. Kind of like what she, and I'm going to explain the chart I just pulled up in a second. Kind of what she's, and I agree with you, Lady Di. What she's alluding to is that basically everybody gets to be individuals, but then the community helps raise whatever, you know what I mean, helps you with whatever decisions that you make. So, but what she doesn't realize is that the community came from family first. It didn't go the other way around where there was a bunch of individuals and then people were community. It was individual to family, then community. And she keeps talking about the US as if we're unique to the rest of the world. The rest of the world also has nuclear families, by and large. There are some families that there are some cultures that allow polygamy and things like that, but even then, it's still almost nuclear family because he still has to be able to provide for all of those women equally. You know what I mean? So, but to explain the chart, she basically said that a lot of women are taking on the burden of the household, and that's why they're unhappy, right? Well, I want to know what decade she's referring to, because if you're talking about the modern time, men have adapted and evolved. Because if you look at this chart, you look at the total work time between men and women in the household, right? Total work time is 54 hours men compared to 53 hours for women. Paid work, i.e. what happens outside the household, men work 38 hours on average compared to 21 hours for women. Household, men take on about 9 hours versus 17 hours for women. Child care is about 7 hours versus 13 hours. Leisure time, 27 hours versus 25 hours, right? What that tells you is that we do what's necessary for the family. So if one person is outside the house working, the other person has no choice but to be inside the house and do the housework, or vice versa. We naturally work that way. What happened is that women asked to work and they had the right to work. They've been given the right to work. So now with you having to work outside the house, that naturally made men have to take on more duties at home. We've been doing it. I don't know what she's talking about or what she's referring to, because what's happening today is you see men take on more household duties, but it's in retrospect to how many hours they work outside the house. So I don't get why she keeps spitting these stats there, or I hear women all the time talking about some, oh, we take on the lion's share of the work. Yeah, because he takes on the lion's share of the work outside the house. That's how we've always worked. But I guarantee if you ask those same women, because I've asked plenty of women myself, all the ones that complain about doing the most work in the house and how much work women have to do in the house. I said, then change places with the man. You go to work full time and let him be a full time stay at home dad. Oh, I can't take care of no man. Well, then shut the fuck up.